Hi everyone. We would like to answer a question. Why is Elon Musk the richest man in the world? To answer this question, we applied an anthropology business methodology. This means we interviewed the best scientists and professors of engineering in Bogotá, Colombia, using didactic materials. Let me show you a summary of questions and materials we used, and then at the end we will show the results and the answer. Every interview starts with knowing a little bit about the person, and we tried always to break the ice. Then for the first exercise of the interview, we would like to know the developments they have made and how they relate or may be related to the Elon Musk sector or aerospace chain. For this part about disruptive changes, we used the following pictures. The guide questions consisted of the following. Can you share with us the disruptive changes that technology has brought about in your research? How do you think they contribute to positive change? Has your research been centered around theoretical approaches, methodologies, or products? Which companies do you find most comfortable consulting with and hiring your expertise for? Has there been a case where a company invites you to participate in maintenance, revision, or certification processes? Have you ever come across research questions that inspire you to develop new technologies, such as the question of how people on Mars can be fed? The experience of listening to every scientist and their responses to each question was truly amazing. We don't have a time limit, and they were very enthusiastic about answering them. For the second exercise, the objective was to know a little bit about an unmanned aerial vehicle, UV, commonly known as a drone. For this exercise, we use cards with drones images like this one's. The guide questions consisted of the following. Did you use any unmanned vehicles like drones in your research? What was the reason for using this vehicle? What was the outcome of this experience for you? What were the favorable results? What were the negative results? Are you considering using UVs to redevelop experiments and research? In the following exercise, the third one, we would like to determine if the scientist's research is connected to the aerospace industry. It has come to our attention that the aerospace industry is linked to engineers, which means that every engineering, including biomedical, mechanical, civil, electrical and electronic, environmental, and computing, has a connection to this industry. In the third exercise, we placed a group of keywords on the table and asked the teacher to categorize them according to their importance in the production chain, which is divided into input groups, intermediate products, and final products. We used the following keywords for the exercise. The exercise has no time limit, and we captured a photo of the outcome when it was finished. The fourth exercise involves presenting a following picture of an airplane factory. Does this picture in the card look familiar to you? Can you imagine how a conventional aircraft is constructed? Can you give me some insight into the benefits and drawbacks of building these aircraft? If you are not well informed, what advantages or disadvantages do you think this manufacturing encounters? In the fifth exercise, we showed a card with the big compute virtualizes design supply chain and asked it the following questions. Does this card look familiar to you? Are you familiar with big data compute virtualization? Do you recall seeing this supply chain before? Which field do you believe your research can be integrated into this chain? In the sixth exercise, we showed our interviewee the AI chain card and blockchain secure 3D printing, and we asked the following questions. Are you familiar with this card? Does AI and blockchain secure 3D printing mean anything to you? Have you encountered this supply chain before? What makes 3D printing developments eye-catching? In which field do you believe your research could be integrated into this chain? In exercise 7, we exhibit cards that showcase state-of-the-art technological advancements that have been evaluated and are part of the aerospace chain, and we asked the following questions. Are any of these developments familiar to you? Have you viewed them? Which of these is grabbing your attention? Do you have any research that has been related to these technological advances? To summarize, I would like to ask if we missed anything or if there is anything that needs to be clarified. We used the following questions. Do you think there is anything we haven't thought of adding to the aerospace chain? Some people mentioned that this aerospace chain should also be called the aerospace and defense chain. Are you comfortable with that name? What are your thoughts on this integration? Is there something you'd like to say and add to the chain that we're not considering? We will end the interview, turn off the recording, and express our appreciation to the teacher for their time and willingness to complete the interview. Lastly, don't hesitate to download the questionnaire from the link below.